She said it. And she used to say, her sister just died. She used to say to my brother, when it came to a party, 50th anniversary, he says, I'm so happy that my cousin married Bess. She's the most wonderful person. I had personality. I was,
Oh, go ahead. I'm listening. I'm just, while I've got this
Well,
chance,
it's nice to be favored.
Yeah.
Not by everyone, by some. You can never please a mother-in-law. Nobody's ever good enough.
When I was young, I used to say, I'm going to be a mother-in-law too, but I'll never interfere in my in-laws' affair. And I never did. My daughter-in-law, I love her like I love my daughters. She's very nice and thoughtful, and she knows it. My son-in-laws, they do anything for me. This here Jerry, if I would wake him up 3 o'clock in the morning, and I would say, Jerry, I want to go someplace, he would take me. The other one, he always adored me, and he used to say to Naomi, Naomi, why doesn't Mother come and live with us? We got a house. She's all alone there. But I didn't want to give up my apartment. But I used to go there, and I used to stay a couple of weeks, and if I want to go home, he say, what do you want to do home? Stay here. So they're nice. I never interfered. I figured if they have a few words, they'll straighten it out, and if I will butt in, they'll hate me. And
That's
I never
very
did.
wise.
I never did. You should see what they wrote about me on my birthday.
Really? Well, I bet it's nice.
Beautiful. I'll show you the book.
Okay.
Yeah, the 4 seasons.
Can I get it for you? Is
Yeah,
it over here?
but they're the November or December. Take the tops, a few of them. I think it's on the top. Take a few of them. That's it. And I'll see if this one, where is my...
Oh, do you want your glasses or anything? Or oh no, you've got them.
That thing. What's this? Oh, this is April. No, I don't want April.
I have March, September. What month do you want?
October, November. I had it on top. I showed it to somebody.
I have September here.
What is that has different months on it?
September.
Whoops.
Let's see.
What are those?
August, September. The 4 seasons.
Locally published,
I think this is the one.
What is
like
that?
a newsletter.
Oh.
Oh, the 4 seasons.
Oh, they put a little newsletter out here?
That's the
Little
birthdays.
stories.
Oh, it's such a beautiful. Let's see. One of the women, she says, I'll come and take your biography. And you tell me how much money you got in the bank. I'll tell her how much money I got. She was kidding,
Here's one that doesn't have an... This is October.
October. Maybe it's October.
What?
Let's see.
Yeah.
I can't see.
I have November.
1 minute. I have to get it.
Oh,
Oh, so you're profiled. You're one of the profiles here. That must be it.
Now let's see. The birthday. September 1981.
I have a September 84 here.
and what are we looking for in here?
I think there's a profile.
I had it on top.
Molly
Oh,
Silverman. I have
Molly Silverman I got here too. Oh, she's some weighted here. I think this is weight. What is it? September. October, September, maybe in October. October.
Goldie Chrisman.
Yes.
Profile Bessie Epstein as dictated to Augusta Levine. This is an autobiography of a very courageous woman, a dowager in appearance, and a queen in disposition. Bessie was born in Bucharest, Romania on August 25, 1889, to Sally and Jacob Fischbach. She went to school in Bucharest for only a few years and then on to the Golden Land in New York City in 1903. She apprenticed as a milliner till she met David Epstein, and after a short courtship married him in 1911. David was a salesman for a number of years, worked for John Wanamaker's in New York City. Bessie and David, although not affluent during their early married years, were blissfully happy with each other. She is a housewife raising 3 children, and she in his work. Between their 2 daughters, Sylvia and Naomi, and son Jack, the Epsteins were blessed with 13 grandchildren, 11 great-grandchildren, and 1 great-great-grandchild. And they all adore her, which is understandable since Bessie possesses the charisma that can charm you. Bessie and David lived in Park Chester in the Bronx, but came to Miami during the winter months for vacation. To hear her tell it, David, her beloved husband who passed away in 1970, Bessie never thought she could survive this sacrifice, the loss of a man she loved so dearly for so many years. But Bessie's a great lady of tremendous courage and a zest for living, and with the abounding love and attention from all the children, she did indeed survive. Recently, Bessie required surgery but was very reluctant to submit. But as she tells it, the surgeon pleaded with her, and with tears in his eyes. She felt so sorry for him, she finally submitted.
I did.
Is it any wonder we love this dear, young-at-heart lady? Bessie moved from New York in 1983 to live with her daughter in Coral Gables, but only until her apartment at ICT was made ready for her. She's a very content lady there and has made many friends and won the hearts of those who reside at ICT.
On the other side, a little bit.
She celebrated her 95th birthday on August 25th and will no doubt have many more snapshots to display to her friends and neighbors as she talks about this auspicious event.
That's
very
That's nice. Did you know we're only
Isn't it
2 days
nice?
apart in her birthday?
Yeah. One
I
of
didn't
the
know
women
that.
here, she's 82 years old, and she writes beautiful. All these books she writes them. She helps plays the piano, entertains the Douglas Garden, the patients there. Wonderful person.
Really?
Yeah, and she came up here and she was, asked me a few questions, I tell her. And,
Well, that's a long way from Bucharest to Coral Gables.
yeah, you said it.
Can I ask you some more things about the early years?
Okay.
Let me ask you, tell me a little bit about Fred.
About Fred?
Yeah.
Fred was 18 years old. He worked for Butler Brothers. It's some kind of a fancy dishes, cups.
Oh,
I had a cup in New York. And then he went away when he was 18 years old. He says to my mother, I'll go away to California, and if I make good, I'll write to you. If I don't, I wouldn't write. For 2 years, my mother never heard from him because, he was poor, and he went, I know what he did there. He used to go to he wanted to become an actor. And he was good. If he went to a show, he came home, and we didn't have to go to the show.
He would tell you all about it?
Oh, yes. He did the show for us. So he went and he started with Charlie Chaplin to work in Hollywood there. And he worked for a few dollars. What could he make that time? So many years ago.
Now, how did he work as an actor or as a director?
Huh?
He worked as an actor or a director?
No,
in the beginning?
after he became a director, yeah. An actor. But they threw him in the water, they pulled him out with the rope. we used to go and see the movies.
Yeah.
And the children said, I says, here's Uncle Fred. Oh, they're going to drown him. They're going to drown him. They throw him in the water. It was nice.
Now, by this time, was he writing your mother? By this time, when he was appearing in the movies, was he writing to your mother?
when he made money, not when he was making $5. He
So you
didn't
hadn't
send
heard
her any
anything?
money. No, he didn't write for 2 years.
So
He struggled there.
so the first time you saw him in a movie, you didn't know he was going to be there. You just saw the movie.
That's right.
And tell me, what happened?
He didn't know, and Mama was worried, you know. One Saturday morning, she got a letter with a $20 bill. And the $20 was a lot of money those days, because he died in 1925.
Yeah.
He's dead a long time. He was not quite 31 when he died. And he was making already pictures. He started work. He said, this will be your allowance every week. So every week she got $20. It was a fortune that time. And she enjoyed it. And when he became higher and higher, he became a moving picture director. But he was directing a picture, and he jumped from a mountain to the other, I don't know, with a horse. And the horse kicked him in the jawbone. And he got sick that time. That time he was sick for a year. My brother Harry sent him that time a doctor. He paid $10,000 for the doctor. $10,000 was like today, $1 million maybe. What's $10,000 today? If you haven't got it, it's a lot of money, you know. But those days was a lot of money. And he sent the doctor there for a week. Why? To make believe that he's getting better, but he wasn't getting better. And the doctor was there for the week, and then he went back. All of a sudden, my brother writes a letter to my mother, because he used to take her there every year. She used to go to California. She used to cook there for him, you know, good food. And all the actors used to come there. Bigfoot and all the big actors used to love my mother. And so he got very sick. So my mother, that time, he says, dear mother, don't come this winter, because I'm going to Honolulu to make a picture. But my mother was smart, she was educated. And she said to my sister, she lived with my sister, my brother knew that he was sick, and my sister, I didn't know. She got up one morning, she says, I'm going to California, get me a ticket. So when she heard that, she said, I'll go with you. So my sister went with her, and they went there. He died there in a short time, and they brought him here. Ethel Palmer, you know, she asked my mother, she was the wife, would you want to bury him here or in New York? She says, well, if you would give him to me for New York, I could go to his grave and see him. In California, he's dead. Where is she going to go again? So they brought him here the 7th of January. And it was snowing and ailing and slippery. It was such a miserable day. So she said he could have been buried there where the sunshine is all the time. But they buried him here.
Yep.
So I used to go to my son-in-law used to take me. My mother is there, and my brother Fred.
Well, dears and